Witkowski, and I'm going to show you how to get ready to laser cut using Adobe Illustrator. So first off, you're going to go to File, New. You're going to change your width to 24 and your height to 18. Make sure that your units is on inches. So 24 by 18, that's the size of our laser bed. And then you have to click on the Advanced tab and change this to RGB to get set up. And then you should be good to go from there. Additionally, we're going to make some new colors. And so you go up here to the fill color and the outline color. Either one should do. And go to New Swatch. First, we're going to make what's called True Red. You're going to turn RGB all the way up, or R. You're going to turn G and B all the way down. So green and blue are all the way down, red's all the way up. 255, 0, and 0, and hit OK. Now we're going to make True Blue. Red all the way down, blue all the way up. And one more. New Swatch. True Black. And this is for the best laser burn. You have it all the way at True Black and click OK. So once again, we have True Red, which in here it'll be labeled True Red, and that with a stroke outline of 0.001 will have your objects cut out. True Blue with an outline of 0.001, it's called a vector emboss. It'll trace wherever that line goes, and it just makes things pop. So if you have text and you outline it in that, it just makes it much more crisp. And then True Black, typically that's going to be your fill color, so it'll be over here. But that is your best burn for the laser engraver, because if it's gray or different shades of gray to white, it doesn't engrave at all. When you get to the light gray, it'll burn a little bit. Dark gray will burn quite a bit, and then black it'll really burn nice. So that's just kind of the breakdown on how the colors work, and that should have you set up for success here in Adobe Illustrator. We're going to start making that keychain. To start out, we're going to go to the rectangle tool, hold it down, and go to rounded rectangle. Then you're going to move over to the screen and just click so that these options come up. Your width is going to be 2.5, your height is going to be 1 inch, and your corner radius is going to be 0.2. Then click OK. Should get something that looks like this. What I'm going to do is hit Control plus a few times to zoom in so I can see what I'm working on. From here, you're going to hold down the rectangle tool and go to ellipse, and just here a little below I'm going to make a circle. If I hold the shift, it keeps it at a perfect circle. If I let go, the aspect ratio is off and my circle is distorted. So I'm going to move this down to about 0.2 circle there and let go. From there I'm going to grab my selection tool and click and drag this up. You'll notice that it starts to click at the halfway mark here. So I'm going to click and slide it over and not get too close to the edge there, but bring it in right about there. From there I'm going to get the text tool. I'm not going to start on this, I'm going to start off of it because then it'll turn that shape to a text shape, and we don't want to type in the shape. We're going to put it over here just on the right side. And I'm going to type Lincoln High. I'm going to highlight that, Lincoln High and change that to align to center spacing. Take my mouse and move this up and stretch it out, holding shift again, something like that. Feel free to change the font to something you feel appropriate. I think I'm going to go in Arial bold. Yeah, something like that. And then once again just kind of bump that away from the edge there. I click on that and I'm going to outline it in true blue and give it a stroke setting of 0.001. Hit enter. From here we're going to add a WR logo here. If you navigate to YouTube and search for this tutorial, so it's Adobe Illustrator keychain. If you type in Klanowski with it, it should come up. But in the comments right here, WR for keychain, you're going to click on that. It probably won't come up with an image here. You're just going to click on the download button and you'll have it downloaded right here. And then if you go to show in folder and open, it should open it up in Adobe Illustrator. Additionally, if we wanted to place it in here, typically if you just go to File, Place, that's how you import or insert a image. Since we already have it open, we can just bounce over here and edit it. What you're going to do is turn the red. So you're going to turn the white to black. Ooh, we're in CMYK mode. We're just going to copy it over first. So I'm going to select everything. Control C for copy. And then click over to here and Control V. I know it's ridiculously large right now. We'll shrink it down, but to have it this big and edit it is okay. You're going to click on the black and the white and change those to true black. And then I'm going to change the red to white. So the black to true black, the white to true black, and the red to white. So now I'm going to outline this in true blue at 0.001. I'm going to do that additionally for that part as well. True blue, 0.001. Then I'd like an outline around here, but if I do that, it's going to put it in the middle of this black outline that we have here. So what we're going to have to do is add those shapes together. To do that, you go to Window, and you go to the Pathfinder tool. So what this does is it adds and subtracts shapes from each other. So I'm going to click on this outside, and I'm going to hold Shift, and I'm going to click on the inside one. You can see the nodes appear. And then I'm going to go to Pathfinder and I'm going to click on Unite, and it should add those together. Additionally, I'm going to do it to the one on the right here. Hold that. When this one highlights, I'm going to hold Shift and click on it, and then Unite. From there, I'm going to give these a true blue outline in 0.001. Sure they both have it, true blue, and 0.001, enter. Now I can highlight all these Might as well group them right away. And then at the corner, make sure you hold shift so it doesn't distort. I'm going to shrink it down. We made this an inch thick, so I might as well just go over here and change it to the same size as my font. So if you click on your font, your height is 0.74. I'm going to change that to 0.75. Enter. And then I'm going to click on my WR. And this sign right here, constrain width and height proportions, that keeps your aspect ratio the same, which we definitely want to do. You don't want to distort a logo. And then I'm going to change the height to 0.75. Shrink that down. And then drag it over so it lines in the middle with everything, just like that. Additionally, we're going to get ready to cut. So I'm going to change my black layout outline here to true red. And additionally, I want this hole cut out as well. And I'm going to change that to true red. With all this completed, I want to make a back for my keychain, so this is going to be the front side. To do that, I'm going to copy this so I have the size outlined down, and I'm going to go to layers, and I'm going to add a new layer. On this layer, I'm going to hit Control V to paste, and I'm just going to click and drag that up here. And then I'm going to delete the WR. I'm going to move this text box so it's larger. I'm going to type Rapids Pride. And that should save your settings so that it's outlined in blue and that the fill is black. From there I can set up and start printing to the VLS. So I'm going to print, deactivate my back layer, and I'm going to print my top. So File, Print. I'm going to go to the printer and select the VLS, the Virtual Laser System 4.6. If auto rotates on, check that off. When you check that off, sometimes you need to move a graphic over onto the screen and hit print. From there, it prints. Here down in the lower corner, you can go up to the red diamond icon, and if you did everything right, you should see that it's a red line and a blue outline around your black text. This confirms that the laser is thinking that it's going to cut and that it's going to vector emboss your letters. Then I'm going to go back. I'm going to switch the layers here, so turn on the back layer, turn off. Additionally, I'm going to delete the border here and delete the hole, because we don't need to recut the hole or recut the edge. You're just simply going to flip the keychain and leave it in spot. It'll almost be like a jig set up for you to burn additional pieces. So we're just going to have this. If you want, you could activate this and drag it right on top so that it aligns with that. Then turn that off. File, Print, VLS, Print. We go over there, we should see that it's outlined in blue. From here, we're going to export each one. So if I click back to this shape right here, I'm going to go to the laser system and go to the relocate view button and go to the settings feature. I'm going to go to natural, wood, medium wood, and general medium woods. Then I'm going to highlight these zeros right here and type in 0.25, and I'm going to just turn this up just a little bit to make sure it cuts all the way through, and click OK. Then to export, you click on the yellow folder and export. Find a flash drive to export it to. I'm going to use my flash drive here, but you should use one of the flash drives at the by the laser cutter. There should be some flash drives by that laptop. Feel free to grab one of those. Save it in there with your last name. So here I should write Klinowski. If you want to make a folder on that flash drive, feel free to do so with your last name. And save. Now I'm going to close this. I'm going to go to the back and I'm going to export that. So yellow folder, export, navigate to the flash drive, save it with your name again. And back, save. One thing that you'll notice is that we forgot to go to the settings and set this up. So it saved it at a different material. I'm just going to go back through, change that, wood, medium wood, general medium wood, 0.25, and OK. Here, export, save back over that, keychain back. So whenever you make changes, make sure you save over it, hit save. Do you want to replace? Yes, I made changes to update it, and we're good to go. From here, you should be able to take the flash drive out and go up to the laser engraver and click on this yellow folder and import, find your flash drive and import them. From there, you'll be able to cut as long as the settings are right, the laser's in focus, and you have the exhaust on. You should be good to go.